Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the video. I am going to be talking about the Melmetal deck today. Now, there are a few variants of Melmetal that I want to show you today. I want to start off with the Coughing version, the Coughing and Weezing version. Coughing and Weezing is like a splash package that you can add to pretty much any deck that you want, especially if you have space for Pokemon, basically. The reason being is that Weezing, even though it requires Dark Energy to do damage, its ability allows it to just poison the enemy's active Pokemon. The good thing about poison is it can't be removed unless the enemy's active Pokemon retreats, which means if they've got a high value target in that slot, they will not be able to retreat it. Or they will not be able to get rid of poison, rather, until they retreat it, which is, again, if you're running like into a Mewtwo deck, that's a high cost retreat. In that, with Melmetal as well, we run Koga to be able to get our Coughing, our Weezing out of the active slot and get Melmetal in. And really, ideally, you want to have an Amass, like a Melton amassing straight away from the very get-go, because that basically allows us to build up energy, and then we could essentially use Melmetal. But the Coughing Weezing just allows us to run a slightly separate win condition where we kind of stall and then allow Melmetal to build up energy in the more natural way. So yeah, basically very standard. I want to show you another version of this deck soon as well. Okay, Melton, Coughing. I mean, I've got all of the boys. Every single boy. Every single boy is here, ready. I've used all of my cards. I've got just every basic Pokemon in my opening hand. This guy's got Professor's Research. Is he going to draw Mewtwo? Come on, I want to start amassing. I want to start amassing my my Melton. There's Weezing. I can't evolve this turn. Amass! Thank you. I might actually retreat for a Weezing next turn. Curlia. Great. Oh, okay. Aerodactyl. Interesting. He's running an Aerodactyl. Why in this deck? Unless it's not a Mewtwo deck, but it's got to be a Mewtwo deck because it's only Psychic Energy. So maybe running Aerodactyl as like a splash utility piece. I have considered that, but it is a coin flip after all, so it's not guaranteed. The question is if we can get Melmetal, because then if so, I will just amass. There's Giovanni. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is retreat and hope that I get some card draw this century. Will we get any card draw this century? That's the real question. We don't want a Sabrina because that will remove the poison. Could have Sabrinaed and poisoned the... do you know what? Could have Sabrina and poisoned the old Amber. Would have forced him to have at least the Aerodactyl. So there's Mewtwo. Fair enough. Has he got Gardevoir? X speed. Do you know what? I'm actually okay with him putting the Mewtwo in. Because I can just poison the Mewtwo next turn. This is perfect for me. There's the guard. Okay, this is not perfect for me. He's now got Gardevoir. Fine. If I can poison him, I'm not bothered. Again, remember, he wants to deal 60 damage to me so he can beat me next turn. That's okay. There's Professor's Research. I would need a potion, ideally. X speed potion. Okay. So I am actually gonna potion. Actually, do I even need to potion? Yeah, I do, because I want to force him to use. I want to force him to use Side Drive, and I don't want him to have to use. It doesn't matter. He literally has Side Drive every single turn, so it doesn't matter. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm talking about. He has Side Drive every single turn. I don't have a Meltan either, unfortunately. However, poisoned, I could get a Meltan out. The question is, what do I want out? It doesn't matter, right? I mean, I could just put him, I put him in, and it doesn't really matter. Weezing, there's another Weezing. He's already poisoned. I would need a Meltan pretty gosh darn soon, if I'm honest with you. Do I want a Sabrina? No, because his poison would run out. So I'm just going to... So now if I get a Meltan, like let's say... Do you know what? Actually, I should have gone for the other way. I just gotta hope I draw a Meltan this turn. So I don't want to put, I actually don't want to put Weezing. It doesn't matter. I need to draw a Meltan or I lose. So Sabrina. Wonderful. It's just so wonderful. It just didn't draw the Meltan. I mean, I actually could have, what do I say? I could have won if I drew the Meltan. But I just did, again, sometimes you just brick. You saw that the poison was chunking the Mewtwo down. I would put the Meltan in. He wouldn't have anybody else that can kill the Meltan, and we would have won. We just didn't draw the Meltan, which is really annoying. And we also didn't get any of our card draw really either. So, in general, just a pretty meh situation to be in. I was thinking about putting the Weezing back in, but he was going to one-shot me anyway, and I needed the Meltan regardless. So, just a little bit unlucky with the draw. Little bit unlucky with the draw. But we could have won. In fact, I would even argue we should have won. Yeah, I mean, I've got a pretty garbage opening hand here. He's running Blitzel. Is this it's got to be a Pikachu deck, I assume. A Pikachu deck of some sort, anyway. So I hope I get... I mean, ideally, I would have liked to have had an opening hand of Meltan. Oh, Professor Sweet. Why is his hand that? And my hand is Koga Giovanni X Speed. Yeah, there's Pikachu X. So this deck is actually good versus Pikachu X. If I can get the cards. There's Meltan. Fine. He's there. Our boy is there. Let's start putting some stuff on him. Put some respect on Meltan's name. So he's going to have to X speed his... Okay, he's Blitz. So is he just going to start hitting me? I actually am... Oh, okay. Is he going to start hitting Meltan? No, he's going to start hitting Coffee. I actually would have started hitting Meltan because I'm stacking energy on Meltan, so... I mean, I'm hoping I'm getting a Melmetal again. That would be really useful. Or, you know, any of my card draw. So he's putting some stuff on Pikachu. I would actually start hitting... I would honestly start hitting my Meltan if I were him. He's got all of his card draw and I've got 0 of my card draw. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, that's what I would have done. For sure. Sabrina. The problem is I'm going to have to potion this. So I'm going to just potion it. Again, none of my card draw. And no Melmetal. But a couple of bricking. Is he going to retreat and just one-shot my coughing? Fine, he's going for the Melmetal again. Again, that's there we go. This is good. So now the question is, should I actually do this? Because what does that go to? It goes to... So, I've lost 40 HP. It would go to 90. And Pikachu would deal 90. I think that's fine. Treat. I am actually just gonna Sabrina. Get him to bring the other thing in. Okay. So there we go. He'd need to add 2 basic Pokemon, and even if he did with Pikachu, even if he added 2 basic Pokemon with Pikachu, it'd still only deal 90 damage, and he'd have to have 2 Giovannis to kill me. You gotta play 2 basic Pokemon, he'd have to have 2 Giovannis to kill me. There's Zapdos. Okay, he's putting the energy on Zapdos. Okay. Does he have 2 Giovannis? No, he doesn't. So there we go, does 70 damage. And we just one-shot him for 120. Boom, even though we kind of bricked it, worked out quite well. This deck is good versus Pikachu. This is like a good counter Pikachu deck. And if, you know, as we saw from the first Mewtwo game, there is always a world where this should be good versus Mewtwo. Should, in inverted commas. You remember, you've got more chances to get things wrong when you're not running an X Pokemon. So you can kind of afford to sacrifice more Pokemon than you could if you had an X Pokemon deck. Right, let's go again. I think this is fun. There is a version of this with the Dodu and Dodrio in as well, which is pretty solid. I think both are good. I think it frees up for more utility slots. You don't have to run a Koga, which can feel a bit cumbersome. Sometimes you just have cards in your hand that are completely dead. We'll do a few more games with the Coughing Weezing variant. I'd like to get a game versus a Mewtwo deck if I could. There's Meltan. And we have the Melmetal in hand this time round. So this is actually really good. We can start amassing pretty much straight away. He's playing Golurk. Okay, so this is a deck that I was actually looking at fairly recently, where you play Ralts and Golurk, and you can do 200 damage in one go. However, it doesn't look like he's got the Ralts, which should mean that with my Meltan, I should get to 4 energy more quickly. So do this. I'm going to play Coughing. I'm going to amass. Okay, so the only problem with Meltan and Melmetal is that you would need to amass for 2 turns and then play your Melmetal afterwards. So he's going to be able to get up to 50, and with Giovanni would kill me next turn. So what I'm actually going to do, let's see what we get. Another Meltan. I am actually going to, so really at this point it's the same. It is the same to just literally evolve, because next turn I will have 4 energy anyway. Obviously I would have an extra energy that I could then use to allocate to the bench or something similar, but I don't want to die to a Golurk's Mega Punch, so I am just going to basically evolve this turn round. Amber, has he got a Aerodactyl? Everyone's running this Amber as like some sort of Aerodactyl splash. He's gone straight in. Okay, so he's looking for the 200 damage. That'll be pretty insane. 2 Giovannis would be really useful for me. But I think what I'm actually going to do is just use Sabrina. Obviously, he has to roll 2 heads to be able to kill me. There's Weezing. Okay. That's pretty good. I'll put the Weezing down. So obviously, I can't really do anything else other than this, and then just have to hope that he doesn't roll 2 heads. So just have to basically hope that he doesn't roll 2 heads. I mean, Golurk's pretty powerful in that sense. Okay, why would you not Aerodactyl? Why would you not? Interesting. Okay. You know what? This guy has got two things that I can one-shot. So I'm gonna force him to probably to put the Kangaskhan in. That's fine. He's got a Golurk that is gonna die to like poison because of the very high retreat cost for Golurk. It's like a 4 energy retreat cost for Golurk. So he's gonna die to the poison. I don't know why he just didn't do this last turn, personally. Could have just killed my Melmetal if he got lucky. Tails. Tails, who does 0 damage. Okay. That's a feels bad, man. One of the downsides of Golurk. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to put it on my other Melmetal. And bonk. Interesting deck. I wouldn't run Golurk without Rolts. Like, it's basically similar to Mewtwo. You need the energy. Is he going to wing bat me away? That's the question. If so, I'm just going to put in Weezing. Okay, so where are we going? Surely he's got to get a coin flip that goes in his favor. He does! No! Goodbye. It's fine. I don't lose a point for that. So, obviously I just lose all the energy that I've generated. It's fine. I'm generating energy elsewhere. So we've poisoned him. And that's all I'm going to do. He's probably going to try and Primal Wing beat me again, but I can next turn can just drop my next Melmetal in and just kill whoever, realistically whoever he puts on the field. You know when you've got water in your ear, guys, and it just... What is this deck? Why are you running Golurk and Mewtwo? He's got to retreat. If he doesn't want to lose, he's got to... I mean, I've got Koga, so... I guess he doesn't even want to attack. In his mind, he doesn't want to attack. Yeah, well, I'm just going to Koga. I get it, buddy. I get it, buddy. I get it, buddy. And that's why Koga's useful, because Weezing has a 3 energy retreat cost. I might do another game, see if we can get a more normal deck opponent. I mean, obviously, you're going to get some of these guys running the homebrew decks. Yay, we finally got 25 wins. Now to go for 45. Thanks. Sorry, I need to just do another one. See how we do. I look disheveled today, guys. I look like I am tired, to be fair. I've been making Pokemon videos way too late when I should be going to bed. Going second. Let's see if we get anything good. We've got a pretty good opening hand. Yep, we got Meltan and we got Melmetal. We just need to hope that we... Oh, a Snorlax? I have never seen a Snorlax deck. Not entirely convinced that I want to see a Snorlax deck, if I'm honest with you. It's 4 energy. Oh my god, this guy's got all of his card draw in his hand. I wish I had a red card. It's 4 energy for 70 damage, 4 energy to retreat, and 150 HP. A Lapras X? Okay. I would love to have some of my card draw, guys. That would be... Yeah, Giovanni, that's a card draw. So I understand why Snorlax is there, right? Snorlax is there as a 150 HP Pokemon that is just supposed to tank hits while you put energy on your other Pokemon. That's exactly what Snorlax is designed to do. But also, do you know what? I'm actually happy he red carded me. I had none of my card draw. Koga, Professor's Research, Sabrina. Okay, fine. And I got Melmetal anyway. So, do you know what? We're okay with that. Professor's Research. Sabrina. Coughing. Melmetal. I could have played this slow, but yeah, given he's got a Snorlax and he's clearly just buying for time, I don't want to play it slow. I want to just start hitting him. He's obviously not going to hit me with Snorlax. It's going to take me 2 turns to get through it. That's perfectly okay. Why? Articuno X? Why is there the electric energy in here then? Is this also a Dragonite deck of some sort? Weezing? Fine. Unfortunately, I'm never going to get Weezing out because Melmetal is now just going to start slapping people. I don't really need to use Sabrina in this point. Yeah, so it is a Dragonite deck, but it's a Dragonite deck that runs Lapras X, Articuno X, and a Snorlax, so it doesn't really make much sense. What are you going to do, my man? I'm kind of tempted to just... So look, I know he's got electricity coming up next, so he's basically going to be able to do nothing. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually just going to use Sabrina. So he can't, even if he put Lapras in here, it would do nothing next turn. So I'm going to force him to put something in. He's probably going to put the Articuno in, yeah, which he does, because he doesn't want to kill the Lapras because it's kind of closest to doing an attack. This is the problem with multi-energy decks. You can just straight up brick. And he's got electric again. At this point, I would concede. At this point, I would just straight up concede. So he's probably got Dragonite, I imagine, but he still needs a water energy, I think. He's going to bring out Snorlax. So who's he bringing out? Snorlax? Yeah, so Snorlax is coming out. I'm half tempted to Sabrina him again for lols. Okay, so... I'm going to Sabrina him again. And just see what he puts in. Maybe he puts the Lapras in now. Yeah. Everybody's on low HP. I could be killing off things, but I just want to make his X Pokemon really easy to kill at some point. He's going to have to retreat the Lapras. He's got another... Honestly, I'd concede. I would honestly concede. No water energy for like 3-4 turns in a row. This is concede territory for me. Yeah. Let's do another game. I want to have a game where it feels relatively fair. I think the problem with Pokemon is sometimes that you are just going to play these games where it's like either you brick or your opponent bricks. There aren't that many games you have where everything feels like on a super even keel and everybody's like playing exactly at the highest level possible. This is just unfortunately how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you do just break your entire... It does not matter what deck you play, because Pokemon decks are quite small. If you just brick, you just brick. All right, going first. Don't love going first. So put Melmetal in, put Coughing in. Start battle. Have Pokeball. No, it's this little dude. Another Meltan. Coughing. All the Pokemon. There's probably, you know, an Articuno-based reason or something similar to not just spam your bench with Pokemon. But, you know, who cares? Right, so this guy is going to level up next turn. There's Melmetal. Do you know what? In case he does have that, I am just going to sit back and do nothing. So he could just evolve and kill me in one. Like, it would be wasted energy if he could evolve and kill me next turn. So exactly. I am not having that much damage. Giovanni as well, yeah. I'm not having that much damage on my primary Meltan, so I'm just going to evolve and then put in a coughing, and hopefully I get a Weezing, and then I can Koga it out and put in my Melmetal when it's ready. Unfortunately, it's going to take a little bit longer to get my Melmetal online here. It's going to take me a few turns. But once it's online, we're in a good spot. There's Weezing. Great. Exactly what I was looking for. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to poison his Frostmoth. This is fine. I can tank a few hits with the Weezing. We actually don't need any extra cards here. We're in a good spot. Articuno X. He's going to start building up the Articuno. Fine. Also fine. Is he going to retreat to get the poison off him? Probably no point, right? Don't mind that he's asleep. My Weezing does literally bugger all. Wakes up, can't attack. Doesn't matter. Right. Pokeball's not going to get me anything, but I might as well use it. Do this. He's already poisoned, but we'll do it again. Don't need to do it again, but why not? He can't kill me this turn, and I'm just going to Koga in and put in my Melmetal. Another Frostmoth. Misty onto the Articuno. Please brick it. Honestly, I'd love it if you bricked it. It'd be great. You bricked it. Brilliant. I brick my Misties all the time. You love to see it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to Koga. I'm going to take my Weezing out. I'm going to put in my... doesn't matter what happens here. He wakes up, but I can't afford to retreat him regardless, but I'm going to put in my Melmetal now. So I'm not going to Professor's Research, because that means I wouldn't be able to Koga. So I'm going to Koga. Put in my Melmetal. And then Heavy Impact. Great. We did it. So I'm going to keep my Coughing and Weezing in my hand because I know that he's got Articuno. Don't want to offer him any opportunity to get extra damage on my bench. So in this situation, I'm just going to sort of say fine. So he's going to Blizzard me, which I guess is fine, to be honest with you. I need a potion, potentially, to get through this. Blizzard is going to deal 6... No, so actually, he would need a Giovanni to kill me. He's already used one Giovanni. He'd have to have 2 Giovannis to kill me in 2 turns on this Melmetal. And I should be able to poison him. Right. So I need a potion. Or I can do that. So, yeah, so actually, let's, do this first. Now. So, can either look for the... Actually, I think I miscalculated that. He would kill me in 2 turns. I need a potion to survive, and then he'd need a Giovanni. Let's do this. Sabrina's not that useful for me right now. This is fine. So I can poison him. And then... So I'll poison him. And then retreat, and then get him to put another... And get... Oh, it's a Magikarp coming in. Oh, no. So I can poison him. Force him to retreat. poison him, force him to retreat. Sabrina, bring him back or bring something else in. Maybe. Maybe. I don't have any dark energy and I don't have my other Meltan, so we are basically trying to win the game through poison at this point. I guess I could have poisoned that turn, Sabrina. Okay. I've got a Koga though. Why would you do that? Okay. So I'm just gonna Koga and win, I guess. He could have won, or at least could have given himself a better shot of winning, that's for sure. Alright, let's go and do the other version of this deck real quick. What I actually want to try is the other sort of no energy requirement bench package of Drowsy and Hypno. Okay. Oh, no, wait, before we go. You always got to remember to get rid of Psychic. We don't need the Psychic energy. It does nothing for us, and we're all about the Meltan here. Right, let's give it a go. Okay, so we've gone on a journey of discovery on this video, in the sense that I've realised that Farfetch'd just sits there purely to help us not lose the game by not having a basic Pokemon, but actually we don't ever want to give it any energy. So really, I think what I've learned from this little video, and hopefully you guys have learned too, is when you're building a Meltan deck, you actually don't want to give anybody else energy, and you shouldn't give anyone else energy. Okay, so we've got Meltan pretty quickly. We've got double Professor's Research, which is absolutely excellent if we're going first. Mewtwo X. Okay, here we go. This is going to be an interesting one. Let's hope I draw a Drowsy or a Hypno. Red card. Meltan. No, I'm very tempted to just do what other people did to me and just red card him straight away. Reduces one card. Don't know if what he had in his deck was good, but we'll see. So unfortunately, if he's got a Giovanni, he is going to basically one-shot my Meltan. So there is a good world where I just put the Melmetal on. Giovanni Potion. Interesting. I'm going to do this. I don't want to amass because I'm just going to take a load of damage next turn. So I'm just going to do this. It's going to take him 4 turns. He is going to get to side drive quicker than I'm going to get Melmetal out. So that is a worry for me. So the problem with going second in this situation. Again, I've got double Giovanni, but it's not going to help me versus a Mewtwo. I think I'm just going to have to accept that I have kind of bricked this because I don't have my Drowsy or Hypno. And I went second, and I went first, sorry. So, it's pretty grim. Mewtwo X there. I might force him to swap out, but realistically he's going to have an X speed in hand, so... what I will say is he doesn't have... Oh, he's waiting. He's waiting. Interesting. Okay. Fine. He's going to have to side drive this to get me. There's the Curlier. Is he going to side drive me? I'm probably going to double... He is going to side drive me. So that's going to... So he's... I imagine to do that play, he's probably got Gardevoir in hand. Which to me... is going to be a bit painful. Hypno, okay. So I don't have anything to do here other than just play Sabrina. And hope that he doesn't have Gardevoir in hand, because he probably does. I mean, he's probably got Gardevoir in hand. He's got Gardevoir, and I imagine he's going to have double X speed. Actually, interesting. I might have been okay doing this. There's Gardevoir. Has he got double X speed in hand? That's the question. X speed. Yeah. Oh, come on, man. He just like had the perfect hand. Like, that's the only card. He's got 11 cards in his deck. And that's the only line that could have won him the game. And he's just doing Giovanni to be a dick. I didn't have anything else in the field. Okay, do you know what? We're going to go again. I'm going to keep this in the video because it just shows you that bricking sucks regardless of... And he just... I don't know why I'm thanking him. He had the perfect... I mean, I suppose it's not his fault. He drew the perfect RNG. Okay, so we've got Drowsy, but we don't have Melmetal. We do have Hypnos, and we do have Professor's Research. It is not the worst situation to be in. We're going second, so we can actually start applying energy to something. He is playing a... Yeah, so this is a... I assume this is a Charizard deck. Professor's Research. Please don't red card me. I actually have a decent hand. Okay, fine. Another Drowsy is actually pretty good because it gives me 2 chances to put people to sleep. Professor's Research. Really would have liked a Melmetal, but that's okay. Sorry, not Metal, Meltan. That's okay. I've got 2 Drowsies next turn, which can basically put anybody to sleep. If I get a Meltan, that would be fantastic. So there's, yeah, Charmander. So this is where this deck... Okay, so he's building up towards the Charizard, which is fine. I need a Meltan. So here's the Meltan. There's guaranteed Meltan now. Do this. Great. Do that. Do that. Do that. Sabrina, Pokeball. Gonna Pokeball again. Get my other Meltan out. Question is, do I want a Sabrina? No, because it will just go into the Ponyta. It does not make a difference. What I do want to do is Sleep Pendulum, though. Fine. That one failed. Sleep Pendulum. This one heads. It's fine. So you can't retreat it unless it wakes up, which is fine. Okay, come on. Okay, so it wakes up. Fine, whatever. He's still got quite a bit of energy to build up on the Charizard anyway. The problem I will have is obviously that... Where's Charizard? Oh, what a beautiful Charizard X he's got. That's insane. Okay. Obviously, we're kind of relying on some RNG to beat this kind of deck. But it is what it is. Giovanni. So we're not actually obviously building up here, but we will continue to Sleep Pendulum. Great. Heads, it is asleep. We'll see if it wakes up. Obviously, you can't retreat it if it's asleep. So obviously the goal here is that we just permanently sleep something. Stays asleep. The only thing he's going to be able to do is apply energy to Charizard this turn. Pokeball, fine. Oh, he's running a Centiskorch as well. Usually not something that you would run with the Charizard package. Doesn't wake up, so I don't need to do anything just yet. I can just start building more energy on Meltan. But it's still asleep, so... is what it is. Now, he can wake up and just one-shot one of my... I probably could... Okay, so it stays asleep. So, That's good for timing. What I might do next turn is probably put my other Meltan in and amass. The thing is, stays asleep. So I'm probably going to put my other Meltan in and start amassing. So I want to get my Hypnos off. So I'm probably going to X speed. Get my Hypnos off. And start amassing. Just get some free energy. Just in case I do go down like needing 2 Meltans here. Obviously he's awake, so he can't one-shot me with this guy, but he probably can get the Charizard in now. But actually I'm okay with that. Charizard comes in. Is he just going to try and one-shot me now? Yeah, but he can't apply 2 energy to Charizard. I actually wouldn't have done that. Because now I'm just going to put my Melmetal in. I'll put my Melmetal in. And there's the other Melmetal, but it doesn't matter now. So what I'm going to do first is try this Hypnos. Okay, it's asleep. He actually can't use his really powerful attack now. He was obviously ideally he would have wanted to one-shot, and it's Tails, so I'm gonna kill his Charizard no matter what. And all of that energy is now lost. There we go. That is where the Hypnos comes into use. And now he's probably going down a Ponytail or Rapidash angle, but it doesn't matter if he wakes up or not here. It does not matter to me in the slightest. Wakes up, but I'm going to kill it, so it doesn't matter. Fine. I mean, I actually can't. There's no point putting energy on anything else because I can't use it. Let me just check there's nothing else I want to do here. No. So that's a Charizard X down with the majority of its HP. I have a Giovanni in hand. Obviously, he could put Center Scorch in here that doesn't get one shot. He probably doesn't know that I've got a Giovanni. Okay, so he's got Ponyta. I guess he's going to upgrade to Rapidash, but again, that's not going to kill my Melmetal. Everything dies, so there's no way out for him in this situation. Everything dies. There's Charmander. He would need to retreat and put Center Scorch in from his perspective to even have a chance at living. But obviously I obviously have Giovanni. On my side, I know I've got Giovanni anyway. But does he have Rapidash? No. Alright. I don't really understand. But, I mean, you can see why this deck would have been good versus Charizard, but he just kind of misplayed it anyway. Boom! There we go. 2 versions of the deck. I like both of them. They're both good. The Hypnos deck, I felt like I bricked it 10 times more than the Coughing deck. But either way, I think they're cool decks. Definitely worth playing. Hope you guys enjoy it, and feel free to drop me a like and a subscribe.